Hey guys, I got a really exciting one for you today. We're going to be playing the newest Phoenix Wright game, which is crap. I don't even know. I don't remember the name of it. We'll have it in a second. Okay, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. That's right. Um, this one, actually, it's two games in one, and they didn't seem like they were ever going to get released here in English, but they finally have done it. And I'm really excited to check this out. I don't think this will be a full playthrough, but if you guys like it, just let me know in the comments and liking and subscribing. And so if it does well, then I might just decide to continue it. Okay, but for now, I'm just going to do at least the opening little bit. Alright, let's get into it. Select adventure. New game. Oh, this is so exciting.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Oh no. Wow, he's ugly.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
There he is, our main character. Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants, Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry. My name is Good Lord. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know what I'm gonna call him. Let's do Ryu for now. Or no, Naruhodo. I can say that, Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yumai University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? I like how he's got his own wind on his headband. That's awesome. Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities, look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Man, these graphics are amazing. It's pretty hard to believe this was a 3DS game. Right, Ryu? Oh, yeah, yes, of course, sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. Relatable. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Really relatable. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. You, my university professor, murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, You didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. Sorry, I was moving something. Sorry about that. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryu. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Asagi, sorry. Also in his second year at Yumai University. But he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. Wait, was he saying that out loud? The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much, yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud, as your friend. I said that weird, sorry. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. Yeah, that's why his head is blowing. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea, after all. It's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. Aw, how sweet. That's a cool chair. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Sogi, may I have a word? Sagi? Sorry. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was... Sorry, I got bad burps. Ugh. Looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryu. Let's see you in the courtroom. Or I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. A lot of dots. Oh, this is awkward. If I may? Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Right, Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Makotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumai University. Ah, Professor Makotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. Makotoba. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you, and you and he are best friends, I understand. Gasp. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted Asagi. Is it Asagi? I don't know. Has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. Yikes. What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Sogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even if the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it, I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true, nevertheless. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain I can't say it. I can't say it, I'm sorry. About today's trial. I know the word, but I just can't say it. Sorry, what do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? He's going to get married. But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It would seem our good God, I'm so embarrassed. This was a bad idea, I think. Discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over, and what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. Heck yeah. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Yes! This is a Phoenix Wright game for sure. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court. Can this go faster? Please go faster. Courtroom 2. Oh yeah, look at that. It even blows in there. So this is a courtroom. Nice. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial. A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryu. It's about to begin. He's always in it. Whoa. Wow, he's young. That's awesome. The court will now hear the trial of Naruhodo. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense. of his eyes. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryu? Professor Makatoba told me everything. Just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. Oh, what? Oh, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Makatoba should have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel. Really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Oh, isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. Oh wow, I love that animation. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. Shouldn't you know about that already? As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of R. If you want to grab something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press R. Okay. Oh, can I do it now? No. Okay. This is a list of evidence. Now try switching to the people with R. Okay. Victim here. Second year at the Emperor Jumai University. He's my best friend. Oh, where am I? So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press X to present. Try it now. Okay, the victim of this case. Here we go. John H. Wilson.
Yes!
Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yumai University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Yet, despite these direct circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Emperor Yumai University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education? Have you no honor? Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? I don't know why I can't say that word. I'm so sorry. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in England. Okay, I got rid of all this. Partner. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. Cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, remember that the court assertion may be backed by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select percent. Do it now, okay? Death. Loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest.
Yes!
Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Hard to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this letter. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let's start the trial. Whoa. You're just gonna T-pose, I thought. Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it, then. You may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikitapa? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me, but that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking to his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course, my name is Satori Hosaga. I'm the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Oh, he did that. I didn't have to read it. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Oriental eatery 3 days ago. Understood. Hasuna-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. No petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? I did it. I said a word. I was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few dinners at that time of day. A few diners, sorry. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yes! Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, you'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Let me confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today? Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Wait, was he bleeding that time? I didn't see that before. No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Interject. Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? Your blatant disregard for court proceedings. I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Sony-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout, drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the courtroom. Let's check the other side of that. So, stop T-posing, you weirdo. The court has now heard a process of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of this case to the court, but I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these I can't say it. Oh my god. You've said it. Professor Mikitoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryu. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Heck yeah. Indeed. Prosecutor Ochi, please continue with the proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Ugh. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its exit witnesses. Very well. Officer, bring forth the witness at once. Well, I think we're going to have to wait for the next one for this one. For the time, we're at 33 minutes. Yeah, I think I should stop here for this one. I might upload 2 of these in one day just so we can finish this opening chapter. But thanks for watching, guys. And again, if you like this and you want to see more, just like and leave me a comment. And I would also really like if you considered subscribing if you like this video. Okay. Thanks. Bye.